Everybody, it's the Mad Master here. I'm doing a video. Of course, why would I even say I'm doing a video when I am? So this video is kind of a clarification of my last video and what really goes into what I find appealing, and as far as the ladies go, and why. A little bit autobiographical, just been kind of in a introspective, reflexive mood lately, otherwise known as depression, of course, but can't always win with that. So I said something about maybe I was into more younger women, all this stuff. Damn. The fact of the matter is, it's that it's not like necessarily a predilection that's like because I'm only attracted to women of a certain age group. Oh, they're in their 20s or early 30s. I would date someone that was around my age or maybe even older. It's just the pickings are slim around my age, and it seems like there's a lot more single people in their 20s and early 30s or whatever. So that's part of the reason. One of the other reasons is the fact that this shirt looks like shit in this video. I'm trying to make a little bit of a difference with how I shoot my videos, by the way. Just kind of to try some different things. So the fact of the matter is that I have come up this way for various reasons, and it's not like I would not by any means date someone that's 40 years old or 35 or 45 or whatever. It's not a hard and fast rule that I date someone that's in their 20s or whatever. But consider this. So I didn't have my first girlfriend until I was 24 years old. And I have never been married. I've never lived with anyone. And I live in an apartment. Your average 35-year-old woman, just average, will have already been through all that, had kids, blah, blah, blah. So my lifestyle and the way that I live is probably not the most appealing to that age demographic. I still live like I'm in my 20s, basically, since I have no kids. I have never been married and never lived with anybody. So you got to consider that as one of my things about that. Now, the scarcity of women that don't have baggage, which is just natural in life, of my age group, is rare. So that's one factor. Now, I still have the energy. I have more energy now than I did in my 20s, to be quite honest, or even my 30s. I have more energy now than I did. Now I have some health issues with, there are some health issues, digestive issues that I'm going through and stuff, which I'm trying to get to the bottom of. I've had those for years, but probably going to be doing on a diet, and I have been using the treadmill almost every day. So my health at this age is something that I need to work on. Now I'm able to the fact of the matter is that I'm still able to attract a wide variety of an age demographic. So you combine the energy, other than some of the health issues of sleep and digestive issues that I do have right now, like heartburn problems and stuff, and some of my diet needs to change. Too much coffee, you know. So you take the energy that I do have, other than, you know, those little problems. You take my lifestyle. You take just the fact that I don't feel like I've done a lot in my life. I don't feel like my age. I don't feel 42 years old, okay? I don't feel like I'm 42. I'm just putting it out there. That's not how I feel. I feel like I'm maybe 28 or 30, 32 or 33. It's one of those things that people... I have had remarks about me, like I seem younger, you know, but I dress, you know, younger or whatever. Don't have a lot of gray hairs. A lot of my friends are getting way more gray. I mean, so you take those things into consideration. My last girlfriend was 26 and I was 41, you know, so, and I just, you know, I always I criticized certain people for having big age gaps, and I realized that I was a hypocrite in many ways. It's less about age gaps, more about lifestyle, you know. And I should never judge anybody for their predilections unless they're illegal or predatory. So, of course, how we argue, you know, we could argue that one thing is predatory and one thing's not. But the fact of the matter is, I think I naturally almost appeal to certain segments of, you know, certain age groups more than, say, 30, you know, 35 plus or 40 plus. So when I'm, especially with online dating or Tinder or whatever, when I'm casting the net out there, I'm going, you know, it's not like I stop, well, it really depends on my mood, but it's not like I stop at 30 or something like that. You know, I do swipe, but you know, you look at the end of the day who you're, 22, or one of them's a scam, one of them's a bot, you know, or whatever, or someone trying to get Instagram people, or it's not like I, or on Cupid or whatever. Plenty of Fish is different because they're assholes about the age thing, but because I think my youngest age I could date is like 28 on there, because they're banned. Fucking what's his name, Marcus, the douchebag, social justice warrior. So I don't necessarily want. It's not like it's not like it's this calculated thing. Of course, I've joked about it, you know, in various ways over the years, and I've had friends. More times I'm making fun of friends with songs and stuff that are, you know, doing something, or, you know, just like their lifestyle. I like to make fun of people and satirize people and just exaggerate ideas, you know, in songs and stuff. So part of that might give people the wrong impression that I'm exclusively into younger women or something. Like, it's not like I have. It just kind of turns out that way, and yeah, part of it is because I've kind of concentrated on that more in a certain way, because of my, you know, my previous with the dating scene, like the dating. The pickup artist or seduction community or whatever you call it does primarily look for that. And I'll just be honest, you know, straight out, that I've been into that in the past. I was into that in the past. So it kind of gives you like an impetus to do that. And I got into that years ago, but I never really got I never went fully deep into it like I should have, maybe, or shouldn't have, you know, depending on your opinion of it. So, no, I mean, I feel like I have energy that men my age don't, or aspirations that have been thwarted in some ways, like, you know, businesses and, you know, doing different kinds of projects and career things. I don't feel like my age, because I haven't really accomplished. I don't feel like I've accomplished these things, but I have these grand ideas. So I feel young. I don't feel my age. So that energy being put out there into the universe, who does that attract? Well, some of the women have daddy issues. It's no denying that. But, you know, that is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and question my, you know, my beliefs. It's not like I'm going to. Another thing comes up. You know, once someone I was dating for a while questioned my predilection for, you know, so, you know, somewhat younger women or whatever. It's not. I don't know if it's predilection or if it's just like It might, like I'm saying, it's somewhat of a coincidence and not necessarily a predilection 100%. Said, oh, when I turn 30 or 35, you're gonna dump me, or it's like, no. Why would I? If I'm attracted to someone, I'm gonna be attracted to them for a long time. Or things grow, relationships evolve, people's tastes change. You know, I'll tell you a story about that. You know, one of my ex-girlfriends wore glasses. Is this really stupid? But I used to have this thing, like a lot of times I didn't like women wearing glasses. Wasn't really into it. It's this weird thing that I had in my head. I don't know. But after we broke up, I started, and it was a while after, I just started to have this thing for women that we're wearing glasses. I don't know why these things happen. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a sexologist. You know, I'm not a sociologist, so I can't really say why things evolve. But that happens, you know. 5 years from now, I could be exclusively into women 5 or 10 years older than me. You never know. Things evolve, things change. So I'm allowing for that. Right now, my lifestyle and the way that I choose the things that I have, you know, I like to go out to bars when they're open. Yeah. Fuck you. Anyways, fuck that shit. I like to, I think this video is okay for YouTube, by the way. I hope so. I like to, go to events. I don't like to drink that much, partly because I just don't like feeling out of control, or my digestive stuff that I've already mentioned. But I do like to go out, have a good time, you know, go to coffee shops, go to bookstores, go to fucking movies, go to shows. And who are primarily going out to those things? I mean, dad's at home watching the kids, and he'll have the night out with his wife or whatever. You know, it's not like there's an extreme abundance of 40-something women out in the bars and shit. So that's why I'm saying, like, this is just kind of it just kind of happens this way too. I had a family member question a little bit one of my relationships, that because of the age gap, which is only 15 years, but whatever. And I was just like, well, it wasn't really a serious questioning, but it was just like, I'm just like, well, or maybe it wasn't about the relationship, it was about, you know, who I was dating. I had a date with someone that was actually younger than that recently. So, I was like, well, it just kind of happened that way. You know, it's not something that I'm necessarily calculating all the time. And when they're, you know, online dating is a little weird, because one of the things with online dating is that the older demographic, they're a little bit more rough. I'll just be honest. Because a lot of them, it just kind of turns out that way. Because like a lot of them are kind of, I would dare say they're a little bit desperate. And I can go into a lot of reasons why I think that is, but the fact of the matter is, it doesn't mean that all women that are 42 years old on OkCupid or Tinder or Bumble or whatever are all like super obese and have all sorts of weird shit on their face. Not that I should talk, because I have acne problems sometimes, but you know, sometimes there's this big fucking boils, and I'm not joking. Like, I've seen some really weird shit in my age demographic, like really weird shit, and I'm maybe a tiny bit more superficial, but it's just being a man, being attracted to different things. It's just, you could say it's not woke or whatever to not be attracted to obese women, 50-year-olds in wheelchairs with boils on their face or whatever the fuck. But, you know, whatever. I don't care. You have to be attractive to a certain extent. At least on my level, which I know it's probably not the highest all the time. But, you know, that doesn't mean that I can't pull when I really work hard, which I'm sick of working hard, but I don't really work hard that much. But, you know, so I'm going all over the place with this video, but my whole point is that, you know, I'm not out here to like say that I'm only into younger women, or that's like it's like a paraphilia or some shit, you know. It's like our society really does value youth though too, but it's more about my energy that I put out there and the energy I feel. Now, I have been getting a lot more matches that are looking for a sugar daddy. I'm just like, you know, I have a joke about that in my stand-up routine, which I'm not going to share here because I don't want to get people to. I want to film my stand-up routine if there's ever open mics again. You know, what's going on? Who knows? But you know, maybe I'll just do it in front of this camera. But yeah, I think it's more the energy that I put out there and more my interests, energy. That's it. You know, if you're going to concerts, you're recording an album, and you're doing fucking new apps, which I am doing, stuff like that. You know, if you're developing websites and apps and fucking doing music and writing and writing comic books, which I was for a while, but you know, that kind of went to shit. But I might actually restart that too. If you have all these projects that are more a younger person would have, rather than be settled in to your stupid job. And part of it's the region too. I live in Wisconsin. It's like a rural 42-year-old, which will match with me on whatever, will be into watching the Packers and into shitty fucking auto-tune music, and they're not going to be some kind of edgy fucking weirdo. Usually they're younger if they are, and they move the fuck out of this region after they turn a certain age. I mean, I've had one girlfriend move to fucking San Francisco, ex-girlfriend move to San Francisco. You know, that's like the, now that's a shithole now, but in a lot of ways. But, you know, it's like the cool people don't usually stay necessarily. Now I live in Madison, Wisconsin, so it's a little bit better, but just the demographic is different. So like, you know, you'll have someone from, you'll match with someone from Beloit, and they'll be like, have 2 kids and be like into shitty music and shitty fucking reality TV, or, you know, not really be very intellectually curious, you know, and stuff like that, if they're your age, like my age. So, but a 26-year-old that is like, has tattoos and is into fucking, like, who, you know, like some kind of, like a synthwave, or fucking, you know, reads comics or whatever. I mean, that's a lot, just has more common from Rockford or Milwaukee or whatever. So, I mean, that's my whole point, is that it's a lot harder at my age to match with people that have my lifestyle right now. Now, down the road, I definitely 50% want kids, you know, and 50% want, or 100% want to get married eventually. But, you know, right now I don't know exactly what I want. So that makes me more of a 20-something, or more like 20-somethings as well. So that's about all. Peace out.